Warm greetings from the High 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans on this Thursday, February 27, 2020. I'd like to bring you some information pertaining to 15-month-old Evelyn Mae Boswell missing out of Sullivan County. If you need verification for the story, please log on to 10 News NBC, Knoxville. Despite chaos, finding Evelyn Boswell remains focus of investigation. With all the new developments in this case, it's easy to lose sight of the reason it is so important. An East Tennessee toddler is still missing, more than 2 months after investigators believe she was last seen. Sullivan County Sheriff Jeff Cassidy says the last confirmed sighting of Evelyn Boswell was December 1st, and a babysitter claims to have seen her on December 10th or 11th. Her mother and grandmother are both in jail on charges related to the case, but investigators still seemingly have no idea where the baby is. More than 688 tips have come into TBI since the Amber Alert was issued. The case has garnered huge attention online. Thousands of people have joined private Facebook groups to discuss the developments, and thousands more are sharing posts about the arrest, searches, and gossip on social media. We learn more about the case every day. Evelyn's mother has given several interviews, often full of information that conflicts with what we know from investigators. Friends and family members share their thoughts about the case. Strangers post tarot card and psychic readings of the case in Facebook groups with thousands of members. Everyone has a theory about what happened to Evelyn, but in this chaotic case full of breaking news, new developments, and arrests, it is very easy to forget the child that is at the center of it. Evelyn Boswell is 15 months old. She has blonde hair and blue eyes and is about 2 feet tall. She was last seen wearing a pink tracksuit, pink shoes, and a bow. Investigators from the TBI shared some videos of Evelyn playing and toddling around like any 15-month-old. She smiles and responds to her name in videos that look like the ones our friends and family share of their own children every day. Her mother, who investigators say has repeatedly lied to law enforcement, describes Evelyn as a model child. She says she's a sweet baby who loves to give people kisses, take baths, and listen to Baby Shark. She is the reason we continue to report on this case every day. It's not because of the mystery, because of her mother's conflicting reports, or because of the social media following. This story matters because there is an East Tennessee baby who has not been seen for more than 2 months. It matters because there is a child who looks and acts like children we all know, who investigators can't find. It matters because this little girl should be learning to talk, solving problems, and learning to explore in her own home, but she isn't. We do not continue to report on this story because people are interested in it. We continue to report on it because we, just like law enforcement, want to help bring Evelyn Boswell home safely. If you know anything about this case that could help law enforcement, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. News 10 NBC is the story source. If you need verification. I concur with this. I believe that people do get lost in a storyline. They get swayed with all the he said, she said, as they say, tarot card readings, Facebook rhetoric, lies, stories, innuendos. You have to know when to fold and say, okay, I'm going to stick to the source, because the source is the best way to stay abreast of a said situation. This story is about a 15-month-old baby girl missing out of Sullivan County, East Tennessee. And that's the main focus. That should be the main focus. Nothing wrong with talking about a case, discussing a case. Some people get hyped up because they really don't want you talking about the case. And I always say those are the people who really don't care anything about the case. And it could be family members, naysayers, whatever. It doesn't matter. We all are entitled to our opinion, but know when to say, that don't sound right. That sounds like junk. I ain't believing that. You all know how I am, how I do business on this channel. I like a source. A lot of you like to bring stuff you hear from Facebook, somebody's Facebook post. That stuff don't really mean anything to me because it ain't coming from a source, and that's how I roll. I want to know where it came from. I want to know who said it. I want to know what stake this person has in the game that repeated it. Because this is how stuff gets out of control, listening to basic he said, she said. And some of it could be true. And I'll bring you that sometimes. I'll tell you, well, they said this, but I can't say it's true. I always have to be careful and mindful of that. But this is how things get out of control. And this type of behavior, rhetoric, is what hinders an investigation. And as the law enforcement has said in this case, if you have viable information, bring it to us, not Facebook. I noticed that some of you don't actually watch the video all the way through. You're not listening to what I'm saying in my videos about certain cases I bring to you. And to me, it's like I'm wasting my time because, I do this as an outlet, but I don't have to do it. And what you need to know is that it's time consuming to go find articles with the most information to bring to you from a source. And I do this so I don't have to backtrack and upload another video because things do change at a moment's notice. But if I have to repeat myself in the comment section, it's a waste of time. That is why I bring you a source. So I don't want to keep answering questions of something I just said in the above video that makes no sense. And I see a lot of you doing that. And you're also repeating in the comment section verbatim what I just said from the source, which makes no sense either. So this can become daunting. And that's why sometimes I turn the comments off. I guess you ought to figure that out. When you start to get ignorant about a case, especially when it's dealing with a baby, and you're repeating yourself and you're asking me the same thing I just said, yeah, I'll turn the comments off because I don't have time to go through tons of comments and answer what I just said in the above video. That's a waste of my time. And as I've also said, you all who follow these stories, no matter what it's about, always verify it for yourself. Stay in the know. Go confer with another outlet. Always verify for yourself. That way you know you're getting the said information. But that is why I also bring you a source, as to not be just sitting up here talking and making up stuff, because sometimes people don't know, is it really a source? That's why I don't never start a video off with just saying, well, the word is. I say the news source is, and I also recap it at the end of the video so you can go look up the same information and say, oh yeah, what she's saying is the truth, by NBC, CBS, whatever. The focus is a baby girl, and we need to stay focused that this story is about her. Not all these side pieces, side shows, all these crazy shenanigans and other people involved, because you lose sight of trying to find the child when you get wrapped up in all these other side pieces and people who have something to say, information to give, people being arrested. The focus is Evelyn May Boswell. And I don't want you all to lose sight of that. And that's why I brought you this article by News 10, because that was a great piece. I commend them for writing that to let people know it's not about the hype, the Facebook posts, the rhetoric, tarot card readings, blah, blah, blah. It's about a baby who was once walking around, talking, laughing. Now, no one knows where she is, and the mother is not giving you the said information to where she can be found. And you need to stay focused on that and not this other shenanigans that you're hearing in the street and on social media. Don't get sidetracked. Verify the story by a news source and pray that Evelyn May Boswell is found. And that's my prayer. I thank you for listening. I thank you for joining me. If you have any said information that you want to relate to me of validity and common sense, please feel free to drop your comments below. But at some point, seriously, I am thinking about not leaving the comment box open, because I think that somewhere in between the people commenting, it's becoming buffoonery, such as the stuff I report to you every day. And if you've been following me, you know I don't get down with silliness. I just don't. And I just thought I'd let you all know that and give you a heads up. If you're not going to comment about something that makes sense pertaining to any case I discuss, I prefer you don't comment. If you're not going to listen to the video in its entirety or verify the sources for yourself so you can stay abreast to the subject matter, then you probably shouldn't comment, because it's wasting your time and it's surely wasting mine. And I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Thanks for watching, listening. Like, share, subscribe. Drop your comments below. And thanks for tuning in to Everyday Shenanigans. Bye-bye.